One of the most beloved members of the Mount Michael community isn't even a person, it's Gypsy the dog. Although students at Mount Michael, especially boarders, are familiar with seeing Gypsy around the campus, her backstory is largely unknown. When did you decide that you wanted to get a dog?
At that point, it was my sixth year. One of the other deans had had a dog for a while, and I kind of wanted a dog, and I thought it would be a nice addition to the dorm life in general. It was the fall of 2008. I was the senior dean for the class of '09, and I'd been thinking about it for a long time, and I talked with the class about it before I actually did it, and they were all receptive to it, and they thought it would be fun for everyone. So
what was your inspiration for the name Gypsy?
That was a team effort, I think, between me and Miss Sullivan. She and I were dating at the time, and we're both Fleetwood Mac fans. And we were trying to come up with something related to that. And they have a song called Gypsy, and it just kind of happened.
When did you first find out this isn't going to work?
It was probably a month, maybe 6 weeks, as the allergy symptoms increased. I knew that I was really allergic to cats, but I hadn't been around dogs enough to know. In the last, 10, 15 years, I hadn't really been around enough to know that I was allergic to them too. And it's certainly not as bad as it is with cats.
Do you think it's good for a dog like Gypsy to be out where she has unlimited play area?
It's great because she has unlimited energy. When she was a puppy or even just young, Mr. Struckman had to take her out on walks twice a day just to burn off the energy. So having as much land as she wants and can run around in the gullies and go swimming in the pond and stuff, it's very good for her to have that.
Then what was sort of the process of finding someone to take care of her?
There was actually a parent that I was talking with, a parent of the senior class. But Mr. Struckman had never had a dog before, and I was talking with him about it, and he just kind of expressed interest and said that he'd think about it, and it just kind of worked out well that he ultimately was interested and wanted to take her.
Although Gypsy was once Mr. Cormier's dog, her bond with Mr. Struckman has led many students to associate the two.
When did you first think of taking care of Gypsy?
When Mr. Cormier realized he was allergic to her, he was trying to find a home, and I was just kind of fostering her for a few months, and while he was looking for someone to take her. And as it was becoming a little more evident that it was tough for him to find someone to take her, I just told him I would be his last resort. When she was a puppy, one of the most embarrassing times for me was when Mr. Rochon was giving a test in his class, and this was when all the classes were over in this building here. And apparently she had just kind of made her way down the hallway, and his classroom door was open, and she just walked right into the class while they were taking a test, and I felt horrible. He just kind of laughed it off like it wasn't too big of a distraction, but I still felt pretty bad, and I hope that's the case, that it wasn't a distraction.
Gypsy will always remain a staple of Mount Michael culture.